Hello and good evening. It's John. We're here playing Jackbox Games Party Pack 7 as part of my Steam Clean series. I go through every game in my Steam library eventually, and arbitrarily rate and read them at the time. Now, right off the top, I enjoy the Jackbox series, and I like all of the games. One game that's unique and stands out that I enjoy. Is one unique game worth the asking price of $20 sometimes? I don't know. But yeah, I get a lot of play out of this, especially while we're dealing with the current environment that we are living in. Let's talk about Jackbox Party Pack 7. First off, Quiplash 3. Quiplash is a game where you are answering prompts to make a funny, unbelievable, wacky, weird answer to something. So like, you know, the meek shall inherit their uncle's stamp collection, as it says there. That's weird. It's pretty solid in the way it works because you always get a laugh at a lot of the prompts and you have to play to the audience quite a bit. The ending of the game, Thwiplash, is a nice reconfiguration how it works. So it puts some things together and it challenges you to do it a better way. So you put 3 things in a row and you got a little comedic timing as you're trying to one-up your previous answer. So that feels really good as an ending goes. This is the best version of Quiplash. The other versions are fine. This is the best version. Take that as you will. The claymation look to it, I think, is really charming. Then we have The Devil's the Details. This game is incredibly fiddly because there are dozens and dozens and dozens of little tiny mini games and like WarioWare-esque or QuickTime events and stuff like that, where you're trying to pretend to be a normal family, but also you have the chance as another player to score more points by doing something bad. It's fine. No doubt about it, this game is fine. I just don't enjoy it much because it's just, you don't have enough time to laugh and giggle and communicate because everything's happening at once. It's a very needy game, which is a different style of play. I think it's well made. It's just, I would like a little bit more time between the actions to figure out what's going on and challenge each other. But this is just, you know, a different style, which is fine. Then there's Champed Up. This is the drawing game of this pack. It is really clever because you get a prompt that says like the champion of potatoes, and then you draw a picture that you think it is. The other person gets your picture but no prompt, and they have to try to make a challenger without knowing the champion of Grandma's house. So you have to figure out what it is that would win in this situation, and win is completely arbitrary. People just vote, so it's a really fun game in that sense because you have to go against different prompts without, you know, too real sense about it. I mean, it's a silly game. Like, you're not trying to actually win. There's no like hit points or health or anything. One nice feature that I really like about it is that if you play successive rounds, you get to keep your old champion. So if you play 3 rounds in a row, you'll have this big stock of champions in the background to swap in for tag team fights, which has a great capacity for callbacks, which just feels really fun. Then we have Talking Points, which is a weird one because it is a TED Talk basically where you do not know what you're talking about until you're talking about it. This one is very difficult for those people who might be a little shy on the mic because it all comes down to how much you're willing to talk and willing to present. Much like a previous game, Patently Stupid, where you're pitching something and having to talk. If you are not in the mood to talk and to present and be put on the spot, you're going to hate this game. If you are okay with that, it's actually quite a lot of fun because it's really goofy and you're trying to be the prompter. You want to balance being the prompter who gives them good prompts, so they get points for that because the person who's giving good prompts gets points, like half the points as the speaker. But also, you like, do you want to try to tank them a little bit and try to bring that down? It's a mix. I think it's really good. The points don't matter, of course, but I think it's clever how they're turning a TED Talk into a game. And then finally, I think the winner of this game, from the friends that I play with, is Blather Round. It is a Mad Lib style game where you are given a clue like cheese, and you're trying to convince everybody else who's playing to guess the word cheese, and you're like, it's the stinky milk. You know, you may not get the word milk, but you might get stinky, and you have to figure out like, okay, how do I get that in? And you can use their prompts to say it's like something or not like something. Overall, this one's really good because a lot of crosstalk in the game encourages you to work together and to chat together and get that communication up. So I find that the games where you have a lot of interaction and talking are really good, and the games where you can't do that very well are a bit weaker. Why? Devil in the details, you don't get to talk to the audience and involve the audience as much as you're focusing constantly on doing tasks. So if you're looking for like a power gamers game in this pack, it's definitely Devil's in the Details, but for the other ones, they're much more better at bringing the players together and having them. Overall, a very strong pack. I look forward to Jackbox Party Pack 8, which will probably be this fall because there seems one every year. But hey, now's the season. Cheers.